Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here with a review of what hopefully is the final wave of American Ranger keys from Power Rangers Super Megaforce. I think this is like my third review where I believed it was the last wave, but I think it's definitive now. They finished off with this wave the majority of the main releases. If you follow any of my reviews, you know I'm pretty tired of Ranger keys by now. And like, I did like the American Ranger keys to begin with. I think that I like their smaller size and their flipping, and I think they have some advantages over the Japanese ones. But just in general, between the Japanese releases and the American releases, I feel it's gone on a bit too long. But I need to complete the collection. So this wave, I apologize, I have a bit of a hard time fitting it all on camera because there's 12 packs in this wave, so it's quite cumbersome. But every pack has the same sound for each pack, so all three keys make the same sound. So even though you've probably heard all the sounds by now for all of these series, I will do one example from each just in case you want proof or this happens to be your first Ranger key review or whatever. But then we'll just take a very quick look aesthetically over them. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll finish what Darth Vader started, which was Ranger key reviews. That's really what his life story was. No, but so over here we start with Turbo. They're all in the chronological order. So this Turbo set comes with another Phantom Ranger key. This one has a bit of a glittery touch to it, like some of the other ones in the past have done to be sort of quote-unquote special compared to the solid one. It's funny, I almost forgot they released a Phantom Ranger one before, and I thought this was like a new key, but no. So he will be the example one, so just real quick. This is the gold version. So, same bits as usual, and the keyhole is really tight on that one. That's what she said. And then the other two we get in this set are a translucent Red Ranger right here, which you can see. And then, you know, here's its key mode. You don't need to see the individual sounds for that. And then yellow right here, which is, you know, one of the girls that are finishing off the line. I apologize, I have a hard time remembering which girls we've gotten properly, but the primary purpose of this wave is to finish off the girl keys that we did not get. And I'll talk about like sort of the wave distribution as we go along or near the end or at some point, you know, timey-wimey stuff. So I'm just going to grab all three of them. So for In Space, we have a translucent Black Ranger key here. So it's basically the same deal. It's kind of translucent. You can see those little bits of sparkliness in there. Sparkliness is a technical term. Feel free to use it. I'm just going to move the camera up a smidge. There we go. And then we have a translucent red as well. You can see some of the sparkly bits in him. Here's his key mode. And then Pink Ranger right here, and she's who we will do the sounds for. She looks a smidge bulky. I guess some of the female Ranger keys in both Japanese and American ones can look like that, but alright. Okay, so there is that. So those ones are all donezo. Alright, so now Lost Galaxies set. We have another translucent red. This is very exciting stuff. This one doesn't have the sparkly thing, so boom, different. So there's the key. And then a see-through / slightly sparkly version of the Magnet Defender key. And then we have Pink Ranger here, Corona Kendricks. I like how they do the skirts. It's just like two little lines. Like obviously there's not much they could do, but it's just funny like how easy it is and like how easy it would have been to do a female samurai key. This really takes me back. Like, it's been a while since I've done a Super Megaforce review, but it's crazy that like we're still doing it when we're about to be halfway through Dino Charge. Okay, Lightspeed Rescue. So this is one's kind of important. We have both girls. I guess I'm going to show them both at once. So here we are. We get Lightspeed Rescue, pink and yellow. And they're obviously both going to have key modes. That's the key sound. It kind of sounded like the beginning of the Imperial March. But so there are their keys. And then what I guess is important about this set as well, is the Titanium Ranger key, which he is a little bit different looking. He's not really as metallic-y. He's not really see-through-ish, but he's got like a different coloration than the regular release, which was, well, it wasn't really a regular release. I meant the initial release, which was a Morphicon exclusive with the Wolf Ranger, or as Schmidt would say, the Wolf Ranger. So that's neat for people that, couldn't get to Morphicon. They can get both versions now.
Lightspeed Rescue.
Okay. We're chugging along here a little bit. Okay. So now, Time Force. So we got our translucent blue key. Very exciting stuff. I think this is the most exciting Ranger Crew. I'm reviewing Ranger Crew. Ranger Key review I've ever done. Translucent pink. Plain overhead. Don't know if the camera's picking that up, but I can totally hear it. And Time Force yellow. We will use the sounds for this one, just in case. Alright. I just like petered out. Also, if you're wondering why the Mystic Force blue key is down, it's just because Madison was being a total pill. She didn't want to stand up because like the plastic between her key and the feet is like off just enough where she doesn't want to stand. Alright, Wild Force pack includes translucent Red Ranger. Come on, there we go. White Ranger. Key mode. And another version of the Lunar Wolf key, which is kind of the same material as like the titaniums. It almost looks like it was like a cheap like coffee table material. I don't know if that makes any sense, like a fake marble or something. I don't know where I'm going with this, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. Alright. So that is that. Alright, we're getting semi-close here. Alright, now for SPD, we have a regular SPD Yellow Ranger. Key mode. And we have a translucent Red Ranger. I mean, honestly, the translucent Ranger keys are the most exciting thing to happen in any Power Rangers line in the last 5 years. And a translucent-ish Shadow Ranger one, which actually looks kind of neat. Like I said, the translucent ones, I mean, I was kind of joking, so I didn't directly say it, but are just kind of boring. But at least Shadows looks kind of neat. I'll have to say it's probably my favorite translucent key. Alright. Doing these key reviews over and over with the secondary noise just really drives home how cool it would have been if each of them had an individualized secondary noise. Okay, SPD. SPD Part 2, the Mysticking. No, Mystic Force. You get both girls here. They don't even have little tiny capes. That actually would have been kind of hilarious if Mystic Force Ranger keys had little tiny capes. Not even like just, painted on, but just like little tiny cloth capes. Okay, and then you get a slightly, sort of like what Silver and Titanium were. It sort of looks like that, but with the gold color of Solaris Knight, which we obviously already have a key of. Alright. And then we have, coming up here, Overdrive, as soon as I set these down. And we have an avalanche of keys. So we have a translucent blue Overdrive. What I'll do is I'll just set them down as I go over them. Pink. And then a slightly different version of the Mercury Ranger. Oh, there we go. Get sound. Just 3 more, guys.
Operation Overdrive.
Okay, and then the ones that fell over here, which is RPM. So we have a non-focus, a slightly different version of Ranger Gold. And then a regular version of the Black Ranger. Unless there's something special about it, my eye apparently cannot see, which I do not think is what's happening right now. And then a translucent Ranger Red. Boom. And
RPM.
plus barcode. Okay, and now Samurai. We have Emily. Yes, I got that wrong for a second. Yellow Ranger here. Boom. I don't know why I said boom. That made it more exciting, obviously. You guys are so more entertained. Translucent green. It's got a little... No, it doesn't really have that sparkly effect. I'm a liar. And then a sort of different-y again, technical term, version of the Gold Ranger. Gold power. Oh, and he's using the gold morpher. So much gold.
Samurai.
I love gold. Okay, and finally, hopefully, the last Ranger Key thing I do for a long time, I don't know why we transformed it back, hopefully forever for me, is Megaforce. So we got both Megaforce girls right here. Let's transform them, let's key them up. Boom key. Boom key, there is no boom key, that's unfortunate. Not really though. They're keys, let's put them here. And translucent Megaforce Red, which might possibly be the final key I ever go over. Yay! Like, honestly, that's actually pretty exciting for me.
Megaforce. Megaforce.
Did they not do a secondary sound? It's been a while. Don't even care. Okay, so that's it. So this wave, honestly, despite my opinions about Ranger Keys, which are clearly evident in this and many other areas, I think this is the most lackluster and disappointing wave. I mean, it is nice in a way. I'll admit that they decided to quote unquote finish things out, even though you could get technical about other Rangers like Cat or Nova or the Spirit Rangers that didn't get done. But like this line essentially just draws attention to the distribution problem of the Ranger Keys, in which it could have been done already. If they were going to try to do at least most everyone of like the main setup, all they needed to do was basically release like the 3 guys from each team in the first wave like they did. And then in that second batch we did with the 6 Rangers, have the pack be the 6 Ranger and the 2 girls. Obviously with some exceptions with some differently structured teams like Dino Thunder and, Ninja Storm. But it could have been done in 2 big chunks, you know what I mean, in terms of the way they released them, instead of doing this odd 6 Ranger chunk and now this odd girl chunk, and then you just get a bunch of silly repaints or recolors or whatever. It could have been done that way. Personally, I would have preferred either just we done the first batch just to have sounds for everybody, or done it like I just said with the 2 batches. This just makes it unnecessary, and you're left with a lot of just extra keys you don't really need. So overall, this is probably the most lackluster wave. If you really want to complete, I can only really recommend it, I was going to say, if you really just want to complete your collection and gather these last few bits. But honestly, it just kind of draws attention to how poorly the distribution was. Even though it's nice, we technically got more at retail than Japan did. It's just a weird way they decided to release it, combined with fans demanding they release it. So just all around kind of an annoying situation. Also, in case you didn't know, because the packaging wasn't in this review other than the thumbnail, these are Toys R Us exclusive, even though I'll probably still get questions about where I got them. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangerambles.com. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.